Hi, Sue Capel with Equation Transformation Systems here with Tom Kelly, who's just competed in Pro Men's Masters Bodybuilding. How you feeling today?
Feeling good. I'm feeling a little bit thirsty, a little bit depleted, but overall, I feel really good.
What is the first thing you're going to do once you finish this interview?
I'm going to go get a big fat steak and eat it with my hands. Have a sweet potato and rinse my mouth out with some more delicious distilled water.
Fantastic. What has been your favorite thing about this particular competition in preparation?
In preparation, I give my trainer, Herb Cables, a lot of hard time about the cardio aspect of it, but at the end of the day, I think that's what prepared me the best for this particular show is the high intensity training so I can keep my endurance up during all that crazy posing out on stage.
And what did you do differently to prepare for this particular competition than you've done in previous competitions?
Oh my gosh, tons of stuff differently. The first one is cardio. I've never cardioed before. I would walk the hills in my neighborhood, but the high intensity and the steady cardio was a lot. I always did a lot of posing, but this time I really worked on holding static poses and posing correctly as opposed to the way I was posing before. I think I learned a lot with Herb on how to pose appropriately for the shows.
Great. And how was the competition out there? How did you feel?
It was a tough competition. And I feel that I must have done pretty well since I was the only guy who got to do all the compulsory poses twice. So I felt that I did pretty good, and I held my own against a really tough class of 14 really strong competitors.
Yes, agreed. You did awesome. And do you feel like the preparation, I think you spoke to this a little bit, but the preparation that you've done up until now helped you stay on stage that long without feeling
Yes. I didn't feel like I was cramping up like I had done in the past.
great?
I felt like the cardio really helped my endurance. Not only that, but also the intense training. So there's a lot of intense training, but only 30-second breaks with this program, and that helped me right down time.
And how do you feel physically, mentally? What do you think about your actual physique as compared to other competitions?
My symmetry is so much better than it was before. My body is so much more dialed in than it's ever been before. I have vascularity in places I never had vascularity before while I was out on stage. And I have like striations in my glutes. See that? That's pretty different for me as well.
Right.
Yes.
What do you plan on doing now, as far as competing or just in general?
Well, first I'm going to New Orleans with my beautiful wife of 20 years to eat. And then 2 weeks after that, I'm going to be entering in the Carolina Supernatural. And then I'm doing Musclemania in October, and then the SMBF Pro in November. And then we'll see what happens after that.
Okay. And what advice would you have for anyone who's looking to do their first competition?
First of all, get yourself an awesome trainer. Herb Cables, and that's a really cheap plug, but really at the end of the day, I mean that. I have been with 4 or 5 other trainers, and this has been the best experience, the best connection, and this one has made the most sense to me than any of the other ones I've been with before.
Fantastic. Well, you looked awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.